And hello, everyone, and welcome to the first on Substack of a series I usually do just on YouTube, but I have decided to do it on Substack this year. And that is where I take s- previously, I just took the Senate races going on across America and gave my thoughts and analysis on the elections. But this year, we're adding governors in. I will continue to do Senate. I will do every state in the country with one exception, and that is my home state. I am helping with those campaigns, and I want not to do my analysis video on those races. So we will take a look at the state of Illinois. And we're doing the gubernatorial election today. And that is the current governor is Governor Pritzker. Governor Pritzker is in his second term and he is a Democrat. He is in his second term. Illinois' state constitution does not have a term limit for the office of governor. In 2022, Governor Pritzker's margin of victory was just over 12.5%. In 2024, Kamala Harris's margin of victory was just under 11%. In 2020, Joe Biden's margin of victory was just under 17%. And as you can see there, Harris slid in her margin of victory over Biden's margin of victory 4 years prior. And this was not unique to Illinois. Illinois is a deeply blue state, but this occurred everywhere um, in the election. And it's part of the reason Donald Trump won the popular vote. Um, so let's take a look at the two nominees. The Democratic nominee is the incumbent governor, Governor Pritzker. And the Republican nominee is Darren Bailey. This is a rematch of 2022. Governor Pritzker has taken a real national profile since becoming governor um, in 2019. Uh, when he was running in 2018, Politico described being governor of Illinois as the worst job in American politics. And 4 years later, they ran an article talking about how that was no longer the case. When Pritzker became governor, there was a deep budget crisis. All of the power really resided in the office of Speaker of a state house, the Velvet Hammer, Mike Madigan. Um, and since that time, Pritzker has steadied the ship on the budget crisis, and Mike Madigan has been convicted of federal crimes. Um, and Pritzker is now the unquestioned leader of the Democratic Party in Illinois. And that was not the case when he became governor. And it wasn't the case really until after the pandemic. Madigan still had significant sway. But now Pritzker is the unquestioned leader of the Democratic Party in the state. The Republican nominee is Darren Bailey. As I said, he was previously the 2022 nominee for governor for the Republicans, and he had a huge assist in that primary from Governor Pritzker. Governor Pritzker boosted his profile and ensured that Republican voters knew about this true MAGA conservative, Darren Bailey, and he got the nomination. And Pritzker went on to trounce him in the general election. And Democrats have done this in several elections. They did it in Pennsylvania in 2022. Gavin Newsom did it in 2018 in California, really promoting the fact to Republicans that, hey, this should be your guy. Um, and Darren Bailey lost in a massive way. Um, let's talk about the primaries. So the combined total for the primaries was about 1.7 million Illinoisans voted. About 1.1 million Illinoisans, 1,193,371 people cast Democratic ballots, or about 68%. Half a million cast ballots in the Republican primary, 561,349, or 32%. Um, how do I think this race is trending? I think Governor Pritzker is gonna win. I think he's gonna win by a significant margin. Um, he's going to roll up such a massive victory that he can take this victory into 2028 and say, this is what I did in my reelection for governor. Newsom's term limited. Um, Shapiro is the only other governor who's considering running for president that is running for reelection this year. So I believe that Pritzker is going to be looking to make a statement. He didn't really campaign that hard in 2022. I guarantee he's going to campaign a hell of a lot harder in 2026. And it's not because Darren Bailey has suddenly become a better candidate. It is because he is looking to make a statement. So that's my belief on how the Illinois gubernatorial election will pan out. As always, I need you to do a couple things. I need you to like this. I need you to share it. I need you to comment. And if you like my Substack, please subscribe. Um, it's always going to be free. Everything on my Substack will always, always, always be free. I do this for enjoyment. I do it because it's my hobby and I'm passionate about this kind of stuff. Also, I'm not going to BS you. Um, I have a bias. If you haven't noticed, I have a bias. But on these videos, I try to give you my honest assessment while also being clear that I have a built-in bias. Um, yeah, sometimes the language will be loaded when talking about particular candidates and election outcomes. But please subscribe, like, share it. I'll see you in the near future. We've got a Senate race in Illinois to cover, and we've got many others across America. I'll see you on the road, y'all. It's going to be a long election season.